What's happening, guys? Welcome back to the channel and to another video on Project T5. Now, we're in a bit of a different location today, in a field. The van is done. I've done 65-70 miles in it since it's been finished. It drives real nice. Everything does what it should do. It pulls nice, it drives well, and it looks, hell yeah, it looks good. So I've not really shown the van in many videos, as in the whole van. It's been just the part that I've been working on. So let's show you the finished article. So I think you'll agree, it looks a hell of a lot better than it did when we got it. Like I said at the beginning, it turned into a much bigger project than I imagined it was going to be when I decided to buy it and take it on. The whole YouTube thing, that came about, I put a picture up saying I'd bought it. Someone commented on my Instagram saying, oh, why don't you put it on YouTube? I thought, maybe I put a poll up. Everybody, I think there was a few that said no. Most people said yes. Started the channel, and I'm pretty glad that I did, to be fair, because I've really, as much as it's put up a fight, I've really enjoyed doing it, and I've really enjoyed interacting with you guys on YouTube, and from the views and everything, people seem to be enjoying the content that I'm putting them out. So I think I might try and carry it on if I can. This van will be up for sale. Keep an eye out on my Instagram. I'll put it here. It's dan.a.chambers on Instagram. I'll put a post up on there. That seems to be where I've had the majority of contact with asking if the van's for sale or when it's going to be for sale, so it makes sense to post it on there. I will put a bit on probably on my Facebook and on here as well, a post, but the main part of it is going to be, or the first place I'll post it is going to be on my Instagram. When it's sold, I have got an idea for another project. It's something I've always fancied, always sort of wanted to do. Never had a need or anything to have one, so I think for the sake of it, it'll make good content for the channel, I'm hoping. So that's what I'm going to do. I'll reveal that at some point. It's not set in stone yet, but yeah, the van is looking a hell of a lot better. I'll just go for a walk around now and explain through a few bits what we've done. So first few bits that really jump out at you. Obviously, we've changed the colour from red to this. Now this is painted in a graffiti paint. It's Montana Gold, and it is 7050 Roof is the colour. It's sort of a grey blue colour. It looks grey on pictures, but in the flesh it is a lot more bluer than it looks in pictures. 18 by 7.5 Amarok steels. These are standard. They've not been banded or anything. They are a standard size wheel. We've got 225 45 18 tires on there, and they look pretty nice. Suspension wise, we've got JOM coilovers all the way around. Well, on the front, the rear's a spring and a shock. Front is hub modded with the collar to stop it from slipping, with modified top mounts, and rear has got the Transporter HQ adjusted delete plates. Now the adjusters will be going with the van, because if the next owner converts it, the back will drop. You might have to put the adjusters back in, or even just the plate in, just to lift the back a little bit to make it sit level again. Like I say, I've done nearly 70 miles in it, and it drives really nice on this suspension. I do have to say, for a budget system, it doesn't actually ride that bad. So bumpers, the front bumper is the same bumper, but it's been sprayed in a satin black paint. Now the paint that I've used is Sunox satin black. The bumper's not been primed or anything. It was cleaned back with Scotch Brite Pad and some oil and grease remover. Keyed all the surfaces back, sprayed it on, and I did that on my last van and it lasted really well. We did have a bit reacting on these end panels, but I've re-cleaned them with the cleaner and it looks a hell of a lot better. Wheels, we've obviously got standard centre caps on them. Outside we've changed the rear doors, because obviously the rear doors that came with the van, they were battered and dented and all sorts. So we've changed the doors for some nice clean ones, and then obviously the most noticeable thing on the outside, other than the paint, the windows. So the other side, we've got a fixed panel window. The rears are obviously fixed panel windows as well. And then this side, we have a Transporter HQ prototype flush sliding window. So we have made a few changes to this window to make them work even better. This one works absolutely fine. We've just made a few changes so that theirs will work perfectly on the production runs. But they do work really well. Talking of Transporter HQ then, we've got some Transporter HQ seat covers. Now again, this colourway I don't think is actually going to be being released, so whoever buys the van getting a nice one-off, but they fit really well. To the untrained eye, I don't really think you'd know that it hadn't been retrimmed. They've really transformed the cab. Other things in the cab that have changed, nothing really. I've carpeted the headliner, which transforms the cab, which hopefully you can see. Other than that, we've not got stereo yet. That hasn't been delivered, but that will be going in it as soon as it turns up. Cab, really, we've just cleaned and tidied up and made it look better than it did. I mean, it was a right state when it first turned up, but I think it's a big improvement. So coming around to the back then, got the nice new doors on with the Transporter HQ windows, and then in the back, last time I opened the doors on the video, there were a pair of doors in there. We don't have them anymore, they've gone. Door panels carpeted on both doors. We've got a threshold strip on here from Transporter HQ. Nice carpet on the floor, nice carpet on the walls, and nice carpet all on the roof. And I think it looks much, much better than it did. Oh, back of the Transporter HQ seats where you got nice little pockets to store stuff. Here's the inside of their window, which is mega. And it works. You can keep it in loads of different places. 1, 2, 3. Real good bit of kit. But yeah, it just totally transforms the inside, just carpeting it, as silly as it is. Brand new rear bumper as well, because the other one was cracked and damaged and shot. And then round this side, yeah, window in the side, which is a nice flat window, so there's no opening part in that window. So something that has been quite a lot of work, and a part of work that I didn't expect to have to do on the van, was the mechanical side of it. I have changed disc and pads all round, which was given. When I saw it, I knew it needed disc and pads. That wasn't too bad, and it wasn't too big of a job. The engine is where the big work came in. We were chasing that pressurising the coolant problem for quite a while, and we changed obviously a lot of things. I made a list the other day of what I've changed, and it's a lot. But a few things have changed: the oil cooler, the thermostat, the MAF sensor, the radiator fan, the heater fan inside, the heater thermos, the heater resistor, loads. And then we had to take the head off to change the head gasket. So the engine side of it was a lot bigger than I expected, but it's done, it runs, it drives nice, it runs nice. So hopefully, fingers crossed, that will now be safe and good to drive for many more miles. So I think it's safe to say, with all the work we've put in it, it's been well worth doing, and we have resurrected the tired old builder's van into something a little bit cooler and something that's going to go on for many more years, and hopefully the next owner is going to create some amazing memories in the van, as these vans do, which is why so many people buy them and they're so popular. I want to say a big thank you to all of the people that have helped out throughout this. Infinity Customs, they gave us the ply lining for the walls. They donated that to the build. Transporter HQ donated the seat covers and the windows as well, because they were a prototype system, and the fitting, which was absolutely amazing by them. And Tamar wheels for sorting out a real good deal on the wheels. Really, I really like them for what they are and the money they are. They're amazing looking, the wheel. But I think that is the end of this project. I'm going to do a breakdown video when I've sat down and worked everything out, because I'm still waiting for a few things to come back that I've bought and not paid for yet. But I'm going to do a breakdown video on how much everything's cost from buying it until now, which is what I've started adding up is quite a lot of money. I've got an idea in mind on a price. All of that will be in the Instagram post, so do please head over to my Instagram and follow me if you're interested in buying the van or just seeing how much it sells for. Thank you ever so much for sticking with the channel, getting involved, and watching the transformation of this in a stables to show that you can do it with basic tools and a bit of knowledge and a Haynes manual. The internet is a help as well. If you get a problem like these videos as well, they may help you to do the work yourselves. I've had quite a few messages from people. Saying, you've spurred me on, you've inspired me to give it a go myself. I've lowered my van, I've this my van. People painting their vans because they've seen my video as well, which is amazing. So thank you all so much. When I started it, I thought getting to 1,000 subscribers would be amazing. 10,000 in 8 weeks and we're at 12,500 now is just unbelievable, absolutely unbelievable. Thank you all so much for sticking around, talking to me, liking the videos and everything. It really is appreciated. So that's it then, this series, other than the build cost breakdown, this series is done. Time to get the van listed and get it up for sale. If for some reason this is the first video of the whole season that you're watching, click here to link to episode 1 of the series. And if you kind of like what the look of the channel is, click here to subscribe to the channel. Thank you all ever so much. Fingers crossed I'll be back with a new build pretty soon. I need to get this one out of the way, have a bit of a break, and then we'll be back. Thank you very much. Until next time, enjoy.